Okay, so we are going to be trying out the demo for 1348 Ex Voto. This is the modern audience game that very specifically tried to do some Twitter countering against Knight's Path by telling people to wishlist it because of their modern agenda. Not sure how smart that was, considering it had 100,000 wish lists, which sounds great, but the demo has had a peak player count of 122, and as of right now, only has 88 people playing it. That math ain't mathing, because if 100,000 people really liked it, you'd think they'd all want to be trying it. But you know what? We're going to give it a go. We're going to try it out. Maybe the gameplay will speak for itself and will be really good. Maybe not. Let's give it a go. Wow. These people are ugly. And I don't mean because they're unattractive. I mean, they're obviously unattractive, but those character models. Like, the mouths are just grimacing constantly. The eyeballs are way too big. There's something about the face that's hitting massive uncanny valley vibes. Like, see, look at how the mouth moves. There's something about that that's just a bit ugh. Voice acting is pretty decent, but I'd expect as much from people like Jennifer English. The visuals are fucking terrible. Like, I have everything maxed out as I normally do, and it's still looking blurry. Look at that mouth. Look it looks like they've sunk the teeth in further back than the lips, like by at least an inch, and it just looks really freakish. Like, the faces just look off. The hair textures look cheap, quite frankly. Most of the textures are all blurry and bland. The color palette is very clearly going for like that medieval look that you've seen in other games like KCD2. Even Knight's Path has that very grounded color palette, but this looks ugly. Like, it's not just the... Like, look at that sword. The sword looked fuzzy. Why was the sword looking fuzzy? Also, what is this fucking dialogue? Oh, you'll ruin your clothes. Duh. Time for some tutorial. Let's see. I'm hoping combat's actually good. Oh, is this the camera? No, that can't be the camera. I need to change that because that's way too close. Gameplay. See what I got. That's not the cinematic camera. Oh, hold on. That's camera sensitivity. I'll change the cinematic camera afterwards just to see what's happening. Let's lower that music down a bit. Because I don't want it to drown out the dialogue and the sound effects. I do like hearing music in a video game, but still, right. Upscaling resolution. Oh, this might be the problem. I say I have everything maxed out. I didn't actually go into my settings. So let's see. Maybe this... to keep clicking. Maybe this will make it look better. Max frame rate, view distance. Yeah, this is all high, which is as far as I get. I can't turn off motion blur, which already sucks. But apparently I can't change the camera, because look how close it is. It's slightly below the shoulder as well. Right trigger is attack. Oh, hold on. I'm now hitting 36 FPS. What? How is this at 36 FPS? What? I've mentioned my specs before. This nun lookalike chick is really good at parrying, which makes no sense. Alright, you can hold it down for a heavier attack. And if you're on one hand, that's a thrust. Okay, interesting. Alright, perfect attacks. Basically the same timing as in Batman Arkham Asylum, so you attack on a... What animation shit was that? Look at the face. Did you see that? Look at how the face just... her neck! It twisted all the way around. What is going on? Who thought that animation looked good? Alright. This FPS is insane. I need to do something about it. Let's see if I drop that to medium and say drop that to medium. Let's see if that does anything. In fact, no. I don't want global illuminations to medium. Let's go put reflections down to medium. See if that does anything to my focus. Yeah. Oh, it's giving me some frames. Looks like it's giving me like 10 to 15. Just as a reminder, I've got a 4090 graphics card, an i9 processor, 64 gigs of RAM. I should not be getting this few frames. This is ridiculous. Oh, that mouth is creepy. It looks like one of those wooden puppets. You are using swords. Swords do hurt. Well, look at the mouth. They're just grimacing all the time. I can't tell what emotion they're meant to be showing. I don't want to pick you up, but will this let me ignore it? Or am I going to be forced into it? No, I think I'm going to be forced into it. There's also some sort of weird visual filter going on. You might notice it, like, it looks oddly speckled. Now look at that face. I think that might be the shadowing, actually. What's with the grimacing all the time? Like, these are awful facial animations. Regardless of like physical attractiveness or not, they are ugly in a very different way. I think, ooh, I'm gonna put those shadows back up, because on medium they look awful. This game looks shit. It's blurry. The anti-aliasing is crap. The cutscenes are using very cinematic framing for all the shots. What do you mean? What? Life is hard for fucking everyone in that time period. For women, nonetheless. That's a retarded sentence. Everyone had a hard time. That's what that time period was like. Everyone was fucked all the time. But the hair, visually, This game is ugly. Like, the animations are bad, the textures are blurry, the colors, they're not very pleasant. They're going for dark and muted, clearly, with with a very realistic set of tones. But what the fuck just happened with those pigtails? Apparently, the physics engine is also bugged out for reasons. What are these animations? Even the movement animations weren't very good. Combat, I mean, the stance switching was a bit interesting. It didn't feel very responsive. I'm putting the shadows back. It might lose me frames, but it's too ugly not to. In fact, I'll just put it all back to high. Still, though, having barely above 30 FPS is fucking sinful. Like, a computer like mine should have no problems running this at 60 to 100, anywhere from 60 to 120 FPS, and look at this motion blur. It's disgusting. That's actually made me more dizzy than less dizzy. Oh, that view is very muted. I don't hate darker, more grounded color palettes. This just isn't looking very good, though. It's like they've decided to darken every shade possible. The lighting is not amazing. This motion blur is fucking killing me. Okay, let's sprint. So I pressed sprint. This is my normal speed. This is my sprinting speed. Normal speed, sprinting speed. Normal speed, sprinting speed. What the fuck? Are you serious? That's not running, that's just jogging 1 footstep faster than before. What is this noise? Alright, let's run and jump. That was terrible. Jumping didn't feel good there. It just felt like I dropped forward. What? How high can I jump? Not very. In fact, she does a tiny hop, and most of the lift she's getting is from lifting her legs up. Not even from actually jumping too much. Oh, you didn't properly hang on to the ledge there. When is this game meant to be coming out? Like, because if it's any time soon, then they have really, really fucked up. Because this feels massively unfinished. Is that meant to look like a heat haze above the flame? Possibly. That's a really, really bad fire effect. Alright. Movement is really sluggish. Like I said, normal speed, running speed. Jumping. Like a small child could jump higher. And someone might say, oh, but she's wearing armor. No, she's wearing armor on her arm. That's it. That is the only armor. And yeah, she has a sword, but that's not going to weigh her down that much. Unless they're intentionally making you weak. Maybe they're trying to highlight how female warriors in that time weren't as athletic. Possible. Could be going for some biological accuracy there. I doubt it, but let's try and give the game the benefit of the doubt, rather. Bia, I'm coming. Okay. This slight jog is very urgent, isn't it? Look, I am rushing. Can I slice the bottle? No, it's just there. So, not much interactable there. All right. The motion blur is so, like, if I move the camera even slightly, the blur activates. Can I climb this wall? Okay, so I could climb this wall, but not the fence. Okay. I mean, I like the idea of switching stances, but that didn't feel very impactful. Like, it just feels like I'm slicing up a gelatinous dummy. Oh, you meant to be burnt to death. Is that what you are? I can't tell. You kind of look like a prune. Like, a lot of these textures aren't very good. The textures for the stone look alright. The wood looks okay. The fruit looks waxed and shiny. But the people look terrible. Oh, you can't run and hold your sword at the same time. Does that make sense? Right. Combat, not very difficult, to be honest. Doesn't feel impactful. It's not the worst combat in the world. I can see what they're kind of trying to do, but it's also just, like, the camera automatically locks onto your enemy, which tells me that if I'm likely to fight more than one person at a time, it's going to be a problem, because it's going to get confused and lock onto the wrong person. And this camera is just way too close. Just under the shoulder as well. I've heard of third person over the shoulder, but this is third person under the shoulder, and I mean that quite literally. Oh, wait, can I move? Right, I see. Move this up here. No, no, you take a deep breath before you enter the smoke-riddled building, you idiot. Take a deep breath. What do you mean it's fallen? It stopped before you even got there. All right, aha! Now let's see what the camera's like against two people at once. Ow, ow, ow! Oh, shit. That was my stupidity. I had myself trapped against the well. You see that well there? Alright. So why did the other person... Alright, come at me, bro. Come at me, bro. Come at me, bro. So the AI is stupid. So you can see, like, they've got this thing when they swing. They always open their mouths, almost like they're trying to make some sort of sound. Now, that sound could be missing because it's a demo and it's incomplete, or they were stupid and just didn't make them make any sounds. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt and say that it's probably because it's still early days and they haven't quite finished it. But combat is... That wasn't difficult. To be honest, it's so lacking in challenge that I'm forgetting what I'm doing halfway through. Like, I'm not paying attention as much as I probably should because I don't feel in danger. They killed everyone. Yes, that's what happens in war. And yeah, I have reacted this way in other games that have had similar setups because I don't have a connection with the characters at all. That's the sort of thing that, one, takes quality writing, but two, takes time. It's not an instantaneous thing. You need to do something in terms of writing and gameplay that makes you attached to the players. I haven't had that yet, so I have no connection to these townsfolk. I don't really care about them. I know my character cares about them, but I barely care about the character. I haven't played it enough to care about the characters. At least not yet. Well, duh. You were too late when you were across the cliff. Like, what kind of comment was that? Of course you were too late. You were never on time to begin with. Yes, yes they will. Oh, I died. Remember, lads, and not lads, never bring a sword to a knife fight. Alright, let's do this. So there's no sort of lock-on mechanic. What's dodge again? Oh, right bumper. Is there any stamina bar? No, I could just keep dodging. But the dodge is a bit shit, to be honest. And slash! Okay, so an overhead slash just wins. You see what I mean by feeling no real danger? Like, yeah, I got stabbed up the first time, but it's because I'm not paying attention, because I feel no real danger. I'm exploring every nook and cranny, because that's what I do in video games, and apparently I'm not being rewarded for it in any way. Not in terms of loot, not in terms of decent dialogue. Ooh, maybe I can pick up that block of cheese. I can! Okay, so I can pick up food, which is your healing item. Fair enough. Very video game logic, but I can't complain. It's quintessential. I think I've just eaten all my cheese. This slow movement is insane. Can I smash through? No. All the swings are far too slow and heavy. And it doesn't feel slow and heavy because she's holding a heavy sword. It's because they very specifically pause before and after every movement, which is very unnatural. It feels awkward and almost intentionally shit. Okay. I mean, sure, fine. Tell me about the pestilence instead of, telling me anything else about the other people. I also can't hear anything going on elsewhere. Like, I'm not hearing clashing of weapons or any screams or anything. So my sense of urgency just keeps dropping. Is this where I have to jump? Is this where Alright. Oh. Picked up a thing. Don't know. Can I climb that? No? Aha! Right. figured it out, me and my pro gamer ways. The context-sensitive climbing and such is a bit odd. Like, for example, when I just dropped off the ledge there, I shouldn't have had to press a button to drop off the ledge. Just walking off it should have worked. So where am I? Have I been here before? I can't actually tell. I don't think so. I shouldn't have been. Anything here? No. Oh, that's where I killed Mr. Knife Guy. Alright. Now I understand. I did that whole bit for no reason. Basically. Oh my god, run faster. Up the stairs. Oh, now I'm beginning to hear things. Oh, that's the place I went to before, so I should probably go this way. Up these stairs. And win! I wasn't actually swinging on that last one. I was pressing block. I don't know why it decided to have that as an animation. Oh, I was aiming for the knife guy, and the target lock just went wrong. Mate, how are you that quick with your parry when your attacks are that slow? Get close and slash! Alright, that was unchallenging. Let's go. Can I eat cheese? How do I access my inventory? That's my longsword, yeah. Oh, I'm guessing that's going to be for an eventual upgrade system. Trinkets. Okay. Skills. So there's going to be some sort of skill tree. Fortitude. Well, what is it? Fortitudo. Audatia. Prudentia. And Claritas. So, fortitude, clarity, whatever that is, and prudence. It just seems unnecessarily Latin, to be honest. But okay, that's a stylistic choice. It's not the worst thing in the world, by any means. This movement is pretty fucking bad, though. Like, it's genuinely not good. I think I'm coming down with the cold of some kind. Either that, or I'm already sick of this shit. One of the two. But, like, visually, this is ugly. This is actually a genuinely ugly game. This blurring is insane. This character model... And this isn't even talking about a human's physical attractiveness. Like, the ears look like they're made out of uncooked Play-Doh. You heard me. I said uncooked Play-Doh. The face looks fully Uncanny Valley. Those eyes have so many bags under them. It just looks like she's been punched in the face repeatedly in both eyes and just permanently has bruising. That hair looks cheap. And I'm not even talking about the bowl cut. That's clearly a nod to Joan of Arc, because there's clearly an inspiration there. But the texture itself just looks crap. Alright, where am I meant to go to next? Can I jump over here? No, cannot. Alright. Maybe if I climb over here and do some parkour. Can't climb and do parkour, okay. Can't go through that door. Aha! Let's jump over this. It's not a very good barrier if you could just hop over it. Okay. Again, I know the character cares about Bianca, and they're meant to be important to them. I don't. I have no connection to any of them, so I just don't give a shit. Anything could happen to Bianca. She could get killed and violated, and it wouldn't bother me. Very specifically because I have no attachment to any of the characters. The game hasn't done anything to make me care about these characters. Right. Combat against 2 flail-using people. The camera auto-locks. I can't switch. Like, it doesn't let me switch. Alright. Which means I'm always targeting this one. But, well, hold on. So is the person I'm not targeting always walking forward? Or rather, the person I am targeting always walking forward? Why aren't they doing anything? Bam, bam, bam. Now you'll notice that right after a combo, she'll hold her sword down and like take a really big, deep set of breaths. Anyone who's trained in weaponry like that, if you're stuck in that moment, breathing heavily, you're dead. This is meant to be someone who's trained all her life. So even if I'm suspending some of my disbelief here, when it comes to biology, she's not believable because of the way the animations function. I mean, that was believable. Not really. The guy got stabbed in the stomach and just took it and then carried on. It's not impactful. Combat doesn't really feel good. It's vaguely interesting with the whole stance and the more deliberate style of it, but the AI is really fucking stupid. Just look at them. They're just standing there waiting to take turns. Not really doing much. To switch targets, I have to actually move my camera between the two quite forcefully. Well, if I'm just a squire, why aren't you two ganging up on me and just taking me out? I claim his possessions, he says. Oh, and another 2 people have turned up. Right. I'm not worried about someone coming in and stabbing me in the back, to be honest. I'm just holding down block, by the way. Look at this! What is this? No one's doing anything. Why did you take... You could have just killed me with that big fucking axe of yours. But no. Even this guy with the knife is wielding it like it's the heaviest fucking thing in the world. Alright, come at me, bro. I'm just gonna overhead slice you, and you'll die in one hit. I was joking, but apparently someone who's armored like that just dies in one hit from an overhead slash. That was dumb. I mean, what tends to happen to women taken by enemy soldiers? That's probably where they've been taken. I'm not saying I approve of that, but it's not a stupid thing to think. Oh, shut up. This is clearly meant to be a very emotional moment. I just don't care enough, and it's unearned. It's also just really dumb. Like, in this sort of moment, what would have been far more impactful would have been seeing the emotion on the face in facial expressions and then silently picking up the memento, picking up the blade, and walking towards the enemy to take them out. Instead, she did some retarded vow. Why? It's no. That was the worst time for a vow. And is that it? Wait, that was it? That's all I get? Oh, well. I guess. I guess we completed the demo. That was not good. The cinematography was intentionally cinematic, but in a very bland way. Visuals are ugly, blurry. The colors aren't very well used. The animations were stiff, unimpactful, slow. All in all, that was not a very good experience whatsoever. Even if you agree with the whole modern audience, modern agenda nonsense, this just wasn't a fun game.